Better Man choosing the path towards excellence. This is the Better Man channel, where our objective, our goal, our aim is to begin to establish an identity based on the honorable characteristics of what it means to be a man, to embody the traits of masculinity and live up to our calling. And in a society where they often frown upon and try to disconnect us from our true calling, our true purpose, our true meaning, our true identity, it is of the most importance. It is of the utmost importance that we begin to exhibit these qualities, embrace them, lean towards them, know them, identify them, and begin to be aware of what it means to truly be a man. My name is Jaron. Man, a former lost boy stuck in bullshit, no idea of what it means to be a man or a true man, and what it means to exhibit the qualities of masculinity in a society that needs that. Call it life, God, Big Bang, universe, evolution, whatever you want, but I believe there's a rhythm of life where men have a purpose, a calling, an identity to live out the traits of masculinity. It is Wednesday. On Wednesday, I like to discuss our identity. Can we begin to stand up as men and say, I'm proud to be a man, damn it. I'm proud to exhibit the qualities of strength, of dominance, of that king-like mindset where it's my kingdom. What can I do today to be a better version? What can I do today to explore, expand, and conquer? And in healthy ways. I believe you have to say that in today's society. Put it in context. Let's be healthy. Let's contribute to self and to society. But our identity as men, to exhibit the qualities of honor and a virtuous living, and that's what I want to talk about today, is being a man of virtue. Virtue meaning just high moral standards. We're doing the right thing. We have these qualities that progress us and promote the well-being of others as well. High moral standards. And I believe many times the word virtue, as men, we often equate that with a soft and effeminate nature. Much like a librarian in a library trying to hush the noise with whispers. Oh, you better be quiet. Let's calm down. And we see virtue as a very timid and passive tool. So we negate or often disqualify it as being a characteristics of a man. But the very word virtues comes from the Greek word virtus, which is derived from the root word vir, meaning manliness. The very definition of virtues in its origin is manliness, a manly quality to begin to exhibit these moral standards. It's an aggressive approach, and we need that in today's society where everyone is soft and no one stands for anything. But as men, we begin to embody this manliness virtue where we begin to spread moral standards. And I believe there's three principal virtues of being a man that we must begin to exhibit. And upon that foundation, we can build these other qualities. But three things that every man needs to embody is honor, courage, and strength. The very principles that help us connect ourselves to that thumos, the Greek word for spiritness, that fire in the belly that leads us to righteous anger. And we're no longer tolerating the intolerable. We begin to stand up for righteous living. We begin to stand up for high moral standards. And the first principle, honor. I believe we live in an honorless society today. Nobody stands for anything. There's no code. Nobody follows any set standards of conduct. Everybody's for their own. And it's a very individualistic society. But I believe as men, we are created to form this code of honor where people adhere to it. And we form these groups, these communities that begin to adhere to these standards so that we may live a rich, rewarding, and fulfilling life. You meet these standards of excellence, therefore raising your overall efforts as a man, as an individual, as a woman, as a society. Honor, doing the right thing when everybody's watching, doing the right thing when no one's watching. We just create a code of conduct that we adhere to, that we live by and die for, that we embody, that becomes who we are. And that's very seeable in society today. Nobody has a code, therefore no one has an identity. Without a code, without a structure, this is what I live by, this is what I die for, no one has a true identity. Part of being a man is being solid in who you are. your beliefs, your values, and honoring that code. The second principle is courage. Men are about courage. I like to use courage instead of confidence. I like to replace confidence with the word courage. Do I have the confidence to do that, though? Because confidence is always changing. There's an article out there today that'll say 3 steps to be confident. And tomorrow there's a 5 steps to this and that and that. Listen, you're a man. Forget confidence. You have the courage. Do you have the courage to step up and do the right thing today? Do we have the courage to run towards the problem when everyone else is running away? And do we have the courage to bring forth the solution? Many people have the right answer. Many people know what is right, but they're afraid to speak up, especially in a politically correct society we live in. Nobody wants to say what's right because they're afraid they'll be berated and demeaned and belittled. As men who stand for our values and our honor code, we have the courage to stand up and say what's right and do the right thing. Last is strength. The third principle is strength, not only physically, but intellectually. And we all know the benefits of being physically fit. Being a man, that's what we're created to be. Be strong. We've got to get over that being lazy fat asses on the couch and begin to run, exercise, whatever it may be. Get in shape. We know the benefits. We feel better about ourselves and neurologically, the hormones in it. It's just part of being a man is being physically fit, being able to take care of yourself, and intellectually sound. It's time we prepare ourselves and be of sound mind. The more knowledge we have, the more value we bring. And the more value we bring, the more value we have in life. The more valuable we are, the more we adhere to that code of conduct of being a well-rounded man. 3 principles, the 3 virtues that all men must embody: honor, courage, and strength. A man of virtue, we take this aggressive approach and become the men that we know we are capable of becoming. We live in virtue. We spread that virtue out, and we become honorable, doing the right thing always. We become courageous, willing to do the right thing when no one else is, and we're full of strength, both physically and mentally, so that we're prepared. Life gets weary, life gets tiresome, and many people lay down because they don't have the energy. We're men, both physically fit, mentally fit, to do the right thing always and have the courage to excel at it every day. You are a man of virtue. Go out there and live your best life starting today. You will hear from me next episode.